How do you catch up and get where you want to be, where you wish oh, if I'd done all this then, I would have been here now. Well, how do you get there now that you're not there, right? That you're where you are. And there's just a 1-2 punch to this that is so valuable to learn about. The first one, and David Ramsey, unfortunately, I hate throwing him under the bus, but Dave, I'm sorry, you're just wrong on this. You don't be trapped by dogma, Dave. No debt. No. There's a 1-2 punch to catching up wealth building. Number one is compounding, which takes time. And so since you can't control the time and you can't control the money, the only thing you can control is the rate. Money, rate, and time is the formula. Time ain't going to change. You got what you got left. That's not changeable. So accept that. Accept the things you cannot change and change the things you can. Okay, money, accept it. You are where you are. So what can you change? Rate. And that's done by leverage. End of story. If you want to get a faster rate, leverage lets you do more with less money, and more with less time. Leverage allows you to do more with less money, more with less time. And it's not just OPM. It's OPE. It's other people's education, other people's energy, other people's expertise, other people's experience, other people's effort, other people's enthusiasm, other people's everything. And when you learn how to leverage, debt-free or with debt, doesn't really matter, that is the great equalizer, because you do more with less and more with less. You do even more with even less, and more and more and more with even less and less, until you can do everything with nothing. That's the trend. If you pursue that leverage trend of doing more with less, and then doing even more with even less, even more and more with even less and less, you will hit a point where you can do everything with nothing. And that is alchemy, man. That is infinite return. That is the ultimate. And so you learn leverage, and you don't run from that, Dave Ramsey. You learn about it. It's about utility. It's not the dogma. It is not. This would be a good short to pull out of this podcast. It is not the dogma of good or bad. Don't be tracked by dogma. That's what other people think. It is about utility. Fire is not good or bad. It's how you use it, right? Creation, procreating. It's not good or bad. It's how you use those creative powers, given to the human race almost universally, right? To most of us. It isn't that debt is good or bad, or things like sex are good or bad. It's about how they're used for good or for bad, wise or unwisely, smart or ignorantly. That's the truth. That's the principle. So if someone's behind, learn compounding and then learn leverage, where you do more with less. And that's how you catch up. But that takes knowledge, that takes effort. And it's easy to go back in the past and say, well, I wish I would have quit smoking 30 years ago. If I had to do over again, I'd have never started. Well, great. That's 30 years ago, but you can still stop now, right? You can still stop now. So yeah, that leverage is the key. If someone needs to catch up, learn faster, learn more with less, right? Get better mentors. You want to accelerate things, get a mentor. People who are alone and incompetent aren't going to get there. As soon as you have a mentor, you got someone who's absolutely competent. Now it doesn't matter that you don't know anything, because you got someone who does. Talk about leverage. Part of the blessing I had of traveling with all those, rich dad guys for all those years was the learning. I didn't need to know anything, because they did. They knew it. So yeah, leveraging time, money, smarts, education, effort, leverage is your key. So I disagree with Dave Ramsey just vehemently on this, because that's just dogma. It's bad, good or bad. Saving good, debt bad. No. It's about utility. It is about wisdom. So clearly, I would not just look at. I don't even have the real estate portfolio even close to what like Kim Kiyosaki or Robert has. But I will tell you, I look at even my real estate portfolio. There's no freaking way I have that wealth without leverage. Are you kidding me? No freaking way I have that. I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world, man. You crazy? I'm going to give all that up? No way. That's how you catch up. Leverage.